So because I said you didn't do that, you had to do it. Anyways, guys, welcome to another beautiful, beautiful Monday. Yes, it's beautiful because it didn't rain today. It was practically sunny, and yeah, it was good all through coming. I'm trying to express my formative self. Anyways, welcome to another beautiful Monday, and this is Our Views on Sceneone TV. I am Worldwide Pappy. Like you all know, Walter, like a lot of people call me Pappy, like most people call me, and Worldwide, of course, because I stay in front of from talking to you guys. Anyways, welcome to everything in diaspora when it comes to politics, education, when it comes to entertainment, movies, basically everything, the whole world in general. When it comes to religion, I'm going to mention like the circles of life and all of those things, but you get what I mean, right? Now, first and foremost, how are you guys? Like, it's been a long week since Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the whole weekend. I practically didn't talk to you guys like all through. So how was your weekend, and what did you guys do? And I picked up a new, like, should I say I've cultivated a new habit of reading. It's not like I'm McDonald or anything. Well, I don't know, somehow, some way, when you do what you love, you forget to, you leave some things. But right now, I picked up like reading as a habit, and it's sinking in. And you know the beautiful part, me that could not even finish a book in a day, I'm finishing books in like 2 hours, 3 hours. It feels good, so I won't start applauding myself for this. So yeah, I finished another book this weekend. Shout out to Steve Harris. Yes, he's a motivational speaker. I think the book was College Dropouts or Corporate Sellers. Really great book, like a masterpiece. But anyways, today we're here to talk about something that is very, very important and of course crucial, which is even part of what I'm talking about as regards reading book. Yeah. So today we're talking about what is, yes, I'm talking about all of us in collective term, what is our role in education till this very moment, or till maybe because I felt I don't have a child yet, but till this very moment, at some point, because I had to read on what we're talking about today, and I felt I really don't have any role to play when it comes to education, but to some certain extent right now, I know that I do. But anyways, let's go on a break. We have a guest today. She's someone from one of our very close families that we've adopted, because they adopt people, so we've adopted them. So she's someone from our very close family, which is Slum to School. But when we come back from this break, I'm going to introduce you to our guest. She's here to talk about our topic today, which is what is, as in me and you, what's our role when it comes to education. Stay connected, don't go nowhere. Still Sceneone TV, and of course, I am Worldwide Pappy.
Hello and welcome to Sceneone TV. Are you experiencing any problem with our mobile app? Kindly contact our 24-hour online customer service. You can call us or send us a WhatsApp message on +234 8036 334229 or on +234 8090 717512. Our agents are always ready to respond to any of your complaints. To join the Sceneone family, all you have to do is download the Sceneone mobile app on Google Play Store or on iOS Store. Don't forget to also subscribe to our YouTube channel to enjoy free, hilarious, and entertaining content like Jennifer's Diary, Industry, and many more. You can also follow us on all our social media handles at Sceneone TV. Sceneone TV!
Nollywood at your fingertips!
What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? Generally speaking, I'm a very popular person. People call me Big Don Shegsy. Some people do call me sweetheart, darling, and much more. But that's a private matter. Other people do know me as Shegun Shege or called Jennifer. Or sometimes in my spare time, I could also be Faz, the bad guy. Ladies and gentlemen, for Jennifer's Diary, Industry, and much more bagging entertainment, keep it locked to Sceneone TV. Also, click on the subscribe button on Sceneone YouTube channel. Thank you so much. Kisses.
Alright guys, welcome back. So let me quickly say this. So Nollywood is apparently at your fingertips in case you choose to join the Sceneone family. Yes, you know when they do that thing. Like, I fancy these guys, because and that happens to be our customer care service. So in case you have any issues whatsoever, just like, you know what I mean, Nollywood at your fingertips. All right, guys. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce our guest today. Her name is. I wanted to give a quick history about. We had this name issue, but I'll talk about it when I introduce her. So her name is Chiso Okorafo. Yes, I didn't do bad for myself. Yeah, I feel very pleasant like right now. So she's a representative from Slum to School. Hello, dearie.
Hiya,
Hey,
good evening.
did I get the name?
Yes,
Did
you
I tried
did.
that.
You tried.
So, I feel very good right now. I feel very good. How are you?
Very fine. Thank
So
you.
how was getting here? I like to ask all my guests how was getting here. Everyone has a story to tell.
It's a bit like there's traffic. But
That's like the only thing. It wasn't hard
Yeah.
locating or anything like that. Somehow, some
tried.
people say we're just being dropped like a drop of water in some kind of ocean. Everyone, you either everyone faces traffic. That I know.
There were some days better than others.
I like that. First good rotary note I'm getting. That's good. That's good. And it's good to have you on the show.
Yeah,
Welcome to
thank you.
Sceneone family, Sceneone gang. So let's start with you. Let's start with your background as a Slum to School volunteer.
Yes.
What was it like? What was the first thing that came to you when you chose that path?
Interesting. So I actually had started volunteering with another organization, also educationally.
So you're such a free giver of my time and my every.
Oh yeah, I started
resources.
that in school. That was funny. Just a text
Okay.
message.
What school did you attend?
Oh, Covenant University.
Sorry?
Covenant University.
Oh, say properly now. Us that went
Oh.
to the other side of the school and you that went to the school.
No, so basically I started volunteering while in school.
Okay.
And then afterwards, it wasn't a friend of mine that was looking for opportunities to volunteer. She's like, oh, I know you're always in volunteering, that I should look for somewhere for her. And I stumbled on Slum to School's website. And I applied and she applied. But I think she never even followed through with it.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then-
Oh, it was like a process and all
Yes, there's always been a
that.
process.
Oh, okay. Are you serious?
'cause
So
once you know
it's
everybody's
beyond
serious.
just I want to start doing this for people.
You know, because the truth about it is that everybody has good intentions. So
Okay.
tomorrow you can come and meet anybody. I'm like, oh, yes, I want to volunteer. But when it comes down to sacrificing the time or the resources, the number kind of dwindles. So we want to always try and screen to make sure that really your intentions match your reality. Because
Okay.
sometimes you have good intentions, but you don't have the time or the
Okay.
to
But
actually
I
volunteer.
think before now, when we had, I'm trying to remember her name. She's also
Omadara.
from Omadara from Slum to School. She also mentioned it doesn't have to mean that you're present and all of that.
Of
There are other
course, yes,
avenues
of
you can
course.
also
always
get through.
sponsor a child.
Okay.
You can always come in one-off to mentor. So we have mentorship circles. There are different ways to support actually.
That's good. That's good. Brilliant start. All right. So now brings us to our topic, which is what are our roles. Now, the first thing that came to my head is what exactly is the importance of us educating or getting education, or why do we have to educate? What's like the real importance of that?
Because the first thing that comes to my mind is knowledge.
Okay.
Yes, knowledge is like, we always hear everywhere, knowledge is power, knowledge is power. And then beyond that, you also get exposure, you get intelligence. So I think the main goals of education will be intelligence, and that comes from also how much you know. So knowledge comes somehow with that. And then character and attributes and life skills, life traits, you get them also in, and when we say education, we should never limit education to just maths and English or chemistry and maths.
Okay.
It's way beyond that. You're also learning life skills, you're learning all sorts of things. Like even when you see the 21st century skills that they tell you need to have, digital literacy and all the other things, they're all part of education, all about equipping yourself for the future.
For the world. Nice. Now I was also going to ask you, so what's now the purpose?
Yeah,
You
so
know that-
purpose is to empower. So education, not just for children, so for adults, empower us to be able to actively change our society and actively implement things and improve our society, make everywhere better. It's from what I know. So I'm limited by the knowledge I have. And
Nice.
the limit,
Something just came to my mind, like I'm limited by the knowledge I have. Nice.
because everybody says ignorance is no longer an excuse. So I can't say that, oh, I couldn't do this because I didn't know. It's no longer valid. So I need to know all the things I need to know
Okay.
to be able to improve everybody else
And
around
forge
me.
ahead and all of those
Yeah.
things. So okay, let me bring Slums to School into this. How Slums to School be able to help these kids, like you guys pick up or meet? How have you guys help to give them purpose, like of this education?
Okay, so basically when they first started, because I joined 2 years down the line.
Yeah, I was going to come to that part.
Yes,
Go on.
okay, yes. So I started volunteering in 2014, so that's 4 years now. And so when Slum School first started, it started with the idea of educational scholarships. So I go to the communities, I see a child that, oh my gosh, this child should be in school. See an 8-year-old child that hasn't been to school at all.
Okay. Do you, sorry to break it, do you have like a specifications to what you look out for, like, or you bring them out, or just a random you pick?
Okay, so we have different teams in some schools. So we have community advocacy. We work with the community-based volunteers, and so we identify these children. And so yeah, so we go to the family, because you can't necessarily go to anywhere and pick up a child and say, come to school. So first of all, we always have a lot of advocacy programs. So first of all, sensitize the parents, caregivers, wards of the importance, why those children, because if not, you're going to have roadblocks along the road. Because if not, you enroll that child, and then 2 weeks in, the child is no more in school.
Especially in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Because they think you want to come and kidnap their child. And just
not even kidnap, economic benefits. So they feel that, oh, if my child follows me to hawk in the market today, I would have gotten 200 naira extra or 500 naira extra. And now you're telling that child to be gone the whole day.
Wow.
So it's much more than that. So you actually have to sensitize, make sure you have the person's buy-in, you have the parents' consent forms filled. So generally, when we start off enrolling, just providing scholarships, okay, I will get these children, what do they need to go into school, uniforms, books, let's provide all that. And then we found that it wasn't just enough.
It wasn't enough.
Because that child most likely had no prior knowledge of English or exposure to English. And then you're putting him in a public school
where a lot of them have their different exposure.
Yes, and all that. And you know how numbers can be.
Yeah.
And so we had to also start having psychological support, having some other, and like I said earlier, the education isn't just maths and English. So we keep on having mentorship programs, exposing them to people like you, anybody else, anybody interested in coming to inspire them. So that they, because you know, when we, so I mean, okay, so I'm in creative learning and I'm literacy, that's my team. And so I deal with the children directly. And you know, initially when you gather them together and say, oh, what do you want to be? It's either soldier, banker, or doctor. Those are just the 3 professions.
Are you serious?
Everybody was saying. And then we realized that...
Why was that though?
Because that's all they knew. And so the only way you can inform them and educate them more is to expose them to more people in other... you know, soldier kind of symbolizes power.
Power, okay,
yeah. So like, nobody's going to mess with me, or nobody's going to find my trouble, like that kind of thing.
Or being a doctor where you can, you know,
doctors are sinners, are the big wigs, like they have the money or something. So first thing was also exposing them to a lot of other things beyond their community, exposing them to a lot of other people and letting them know that, you know, there are lots more professions out there. There are lots of things you can do. There's lots of skills that, people, you know, apart from the ones you regularly know. And so we have taken excursions, taking them
seriously,
out.
Like, sorry to break you, because right now I'm being inspired, because right now I now know my role. Like, if I say I know my role, if you know the role I'm talking about, I can just come. I need to talk to the boss, that I have to inspire these kids. Like, you have to become a presenter. You love talking, right? The words. We'll come back to that.
So yeah, even beyond mentoring and inspiring and talking, giving them your life stories. Yeah, making them know that, you know, there's equality. Don't feel that because somebody is driving this car, that the person didn't come from a humble beginning, and that all they did was just hard work and learning and all the. Because then you there's this kind of subconscious strata. You feel like, oh, there's this side of the world, and then this side.
This caliber of people and another set of people. And
then another way you can actually really, a role we can play is also financial. So if you can't physically give out your time, you can always sponsor a child. Like right now we're doing the 1,000 Dreams, trying to raise funds to get more children across Nigeria, so in Abuja, in Port Harcourt, in other communities, to get them to go to school.
Okay.
And so yeah, so you can do that. So you can donate for one child, which is about 50K. Or you can donate any amount. Even if you buy a child a uniform, that makes a difference. It goes a long way. Or buy them books, or buy them something, or take them on an excursion or something. Yeah. So yeah, lots of things.
Really inspired me. But let's go on a break quickly. Okay. Guys. Let's go on a break. When we come back, we still have a lot to talk about. Okay. There's still our roles. Like right now, you need to know your role. What role are you playing to educate a child or to give a child education and all of those things. So stay connected. Don't go nowhere. Hello guys, welcome to Sceneone TV Live, and of course I still remain worldwide Papi. So we're bringing you a special because We are at Adekunle Primary School, which is at Makoko, Yaba area of Lagos State. So this very beautiful afternoon, we are here to give you the activities and of course more about Slum to School, what they basically do and how you guys can reach out to them. More or less like it's all about them. So right here we're at their STEM Innovation Lab, which is pretty overwhelming. I won't lie to you, I've had anything like this in like, it's more or less like I feel deprived that my school didn't have it or my secondary school didn't have this. All right guys, Sceneone TV Live in conjunction with Slum to School is showing you guys what this is all about. Okay, you guys have to stay connected and enjoy.
I'm an early childhood teacher here at Adekunle Primary School. So this is a Slum to School health early childhood development center for children who have never been in school. So this is like the foundation, it's like the first class they have to come in to learn the basic things they need. And
the early childhood development centers were primarily classes where children who come into school for the very first time can get some kind of fast-track learning.
Like this is their first year they've spent in school. So and they're really improving. I got here like this is my second term with them and I've seen a lot of improvement from them. Even those that can't even read ABC1 today, they are doing very great.
Alright guys, welcome back. There's still more of that footage. You guys can just go to our YouTube page and search for our partnership with Slum to School, okay, to watch like more of it. Let me start with, I was very inspired like when I got to the school, and I'm trying to get a mush right now, but it's not working. No, even if I was that day, because the initiative is a big one. Let me use the slang like some of us boys would say, oh loud. I don't know if you know what that means. So it was. So I was trying to imagine how it came across to one man who taught people like, and for some reason he didn't have that kind of background. Yeah, do you get? So it takes a lot for you to just come out of that place where is your comfort and say, I want to give back to these people. It's a different case when someone who has come from that route, you understand that, oh, there's a connection. You don't go through that, so he's trying to give back. But it's a different scenario. So I must say, like, why do I always forget his name?
Orandam.
Because he has this very
unique name.
Presidential name, I must say. So big ups to him and big ups to like all of you supporting. So now let's come to our roles. What are our roles for education or to give education?
Okay, for our roles for education, generally so I believe that for educating a child, it takes like a whole community. So we have parents that are also involved, that have roles. Like this is 21st century, no parent can say that, oh, I put my child in a school and that's where it ends. Because you have to be actively involved. And so for these children, our beneficiaries, we call them our children, we kind of step in to be their parents. Okay. Teachers also have parents, like, yeah, because of that gap. Yeah, because the parents aren't aware, they don't know the role they need to fill in some aspects, especially when it comes to education. Then they also have teachers. Teachers also have a role to play in educating. We mentors, and generally a mentor is anybody that has, so you have your nieces or your nephews or your cousins, any child that is in contact with you, you should be able to mentor, inspire, to change positively, influence positively.
So it's beyond. Have you read your book today?
Of course,
what did they teach you today?
That.
What did you? So I think because really that's how we grew up. I won't like all the uncles are. So Junior, go. Well, how did you get it? It's not more than it was not more than that. So it's weird to find out that there is actually more than just asking if they've done their homework or if they are. What's your teacher's name? Like this.
Do you like your class?
And I'm like. Hello.
What's your best friend?
Hello, how is that important to? So there's more, like there's more.
So much more. Even today I was joking with a colleague and she was saying, oh, I was asking about BMI or something. And she's like, oh, she's not sure how to calculate. I'm like, a 21st century mom can't say she doesn't know anything. You actually have to Google and know it because your children have to see you like all knowing. They should be able to answer all questions.
I imagine my child just come out, what was BMI? I'm like, okay. Is it measurement of your height and your body mass index?
You actually have to be on top of your game. Nice. Yeah, so then, what do you call it? Government. Government has a part to play. Non-governmental associations, organizations like we do have a part to play. And like even how the need is enormous. So even how we've decided our niche is children, there's still the need for adult education. So even a community like Makoko and other communities, we have people that are 30 years old, 40 years old, and you can't say that their case is closed because they've gone above that certain age. So, but another person has to pick up that role to play. So the needs are enormous, but yeah, and everybody's role, there's so much we can do, and we should do and find a way to do.
Nice, because that thing just strummed up in me, like some people that are even 30 and above that probably have not experienced it, like the classroom. Some other people have to take up that, like you guys kind of. But I think the fundamental, which is like the children, if you can give them quality education, then that's something. But speaking of quality education, how's like the curriculum, have that been with helping?
Okay, so basically, so one of the challenges we have is still trying to be able to influence more on curriculum, because we're in the I don't say it's a closed loop, but currently, we work in partnership with government and all that. And so basically, right now in the schools we have early childhood development centers. I also have partners with some other private schools. We have good relationship with them, and they also help to support by also training teachers. And so we're getting influx of things that help us improve what we're delivering to the children. But these children that we adopt or we enroll in schools go through the normal Lagos State government schools, or if it's in any federal government school curriculums. But then we augment whatever they're learning in the classroom with all the other programs we do. So we have creative learning programs, we have literacy programs, because we actually found out that enrolling them in schools wasn't just enough, because we had children that were in primary 4 that still couldn't read. And so you're wondering, oh, how is this child been passing through?
I'm trying to find the balance, like
pushing them through. So we're trying to find, they're
drawing. Maybe that was a means of like
so some of them can actually copy notes, but like they can write, like you know how it's just like photocopy, like this is the notes, let me just write it out. But if you ask them comprehension, like okay, we even did like a literacy test on Saturday, and we're like, we want to kick off, this is a new session, we want to kick off some programs, and like, okay, let's first evaluate all the kids and let's find out what their literacy levels. So you have some children that could read, but when it comes to comprehension, okay, what you read now, what does it mean? You say blank stare. So those are the kind of things when we identify those problems, we now kick in and say, okay, let's design programs to solve that problem. So we're doing literacy, we're doing mentorships programs, we're doing we even have health programs. Because we want to make sure that the child 360 degrees, any child that is well-rounded, and finding ways to,
to find the balance. But this thing you're saying just bring you
expose them,
you know, and all of those things. All right, we'll take another quick break, and when we come back, we still have like a few questions that we'll round up the show. Don't go nowhere, guys. It's still Sceneone TV's Our View.
More to that, with the infrastructural facilities, we have a computer development center, an e-library, a school health center.
And actually, I'm Muslim to school, working with them. I'm also the president of the CBV, the Community-Based Volunteers. And I'm in charge of the sick bay, actually, because sometimes the children will play and get wounded, and sometimes they will feel headache, they will feel tired sometimes. They come to the sick bay to rest, and sometimes if they feel headache, you have to give them paracetamol. Sometimes they get injured, you have to treat the wound and make sure you dress it.
And as well the STEM and Innovation Lab, which we recently built in partnership with InterSwitch, which is a center that is one of the best of its kind, you know, here in Lagos State. And the goal is to ensure that these children have access to the best technological skills, programming, coding, robotics, artificial intelligence, and all kinds of, you know, software developmental knowledge. And as an organization, our goal is to ensure that, most importantly, children who are underserved, who do not have access to education, can get that opportunity. And since 2012, in this particular community, we've enrolled over 1,100 children into schools for the first time. Some of those children have grown into secondary school. The first set of our beneficiaries are now in SS2. And our goal is to continuously ensure that more children like them have that opportunity. And this year, our goal is planned for the 2018-2019 academic session is to get 1,000 more children into schools. And we would love to see how everyone can be part of it. You know, you can volunteer, you can support a child, you can sponsor a child, you can adopt a classroom, you can sponsor teachers. So there's so many ways to get involved, you know, down to mentorship programs for these kids. Every other day we have programs with them. Our volunteers are the heart of all we do. You know, we've worked over 7,000 volunteers from 31 countries.
My name is Chidebere Emmanuel Wosu. I've been a volunteer to Slum to School for over 4 years now, and it has been an amazing time. I'm currently the field manager and school support lead team in Slum to School, and it has been a fantastic journey and experience as well. I happen to coordinate things and try to see that we achieve our aim by seeing that all these kids that are out of school get into school. Most of them are those vulnerable kids in the slum. We are able to get them to school. It has been a wonderful journey for 4 years now since I've been a volunteer to Slum to School Africa.
And those volunteers lead about 45 different teams. You know, they volunteer across 45 different teams in 7 departments to ensure that these children have the best. So it's not just about bringing them into schools or keeping them in school. It's to give them a complete quality education that will be, you know, what a child anywhere in the world can get. And our goal is to see that every child, you know, irrespective of where they are, gets the best quality education. We want to advocate and ensure that their voices are being heard. We also want to work with the government to improve policies and ensure that policies and laws regarding quality education are being implemented. And I'm very excited to have Sceneone TV come share our story. Our volunteers are equally excited, and we definitely look forward to doing much more for the Nigerian child.
All right, guys, it has been an awesome special, I should say, special edition of Sceneone TV Live, which is, you know, showing you guys what we are all about and more. So today has been indeed awesome. First and foremost, this is really, really cool. Like, it's really amazing. It's so very comfortable. I should be sleeping in it, but in as much as I have the thoughts that it's supposed to be a broom, but it's beautiful if you ask me. So guys, this is what Slum to School is all about. I'm sure you've gotten all necessary information needed to support them. I feel every child deserves basic education, and more so the facility. I think that's what Slum to School is all about, giving children the amenities, not just education, to go about life and to enjoy life and to do great in life, okay? And which is, I think, what we support. We support the great cause. That's what it is all about. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in. What more can I say? You can just find Slum to School on Instagram and of course on all social media. You know, in any way you can support them, be a volunteer or in any cash kind, just, you know, be of a great cause. Like, try and do something positive, which is what we're doing right here. Thank you so much for enjoying this special edition. At this very moment, I wish there was a wheel. I'll just wheel out this, and you know, I love you guys. Enjoy Sceneone TV. Welcome back. It's still our views on Sceneone TV, and today we still have our guest, Chiso. Yeah, back to your name. So when she came in and I said, Chiso, what's your name? She said Chiso. I'd literally seen it before, but I wanted to be sure. Sorry, the first thing that came to my head was Chisco. So I was like, oh, no, don't take that. So I'm like, Chiso. So she had to tell me. So her full name is Chiso.
Chiso, maybe God
maybe.
lives in me, he indwells me. It's not
Hey,
a small
powerful. Sounds like Chukudi or something like that. Like the feminine version. All right, so back to what we're talking about. Now, my question now is, you guys have been able to develop Makoko, the Adekunle school and all of that. I'm sure you guys saw the footage, right? Like, they have like 3 buildings.
Yeah,
like
three schools.
3 schools, rather. No, was it 3 or 6?
No, it's 3 schools.
It's 3, okay. 3 schools, but 6 buildings or something like, of such. Yeah, so I was like, when I stumbled, and because I came to the gate, I even had to park my car somewhere else because I couldn't trace. And I just came, I saw tons of kids, and I was like, my God, what is going on here? And I was amazed, I was blown. But now, the question is, how have you guys been able to expand? Because it's really, really something that I'm curious about and trying to like imagine, because I know it's not easy just even catering for just that number of people that you have there. Then now talk about other schools, because trust me, I know there are like practically a lot of schools, government schools, public schools, and they have communities that they have like people that are in the slum, like, but don't have the opportunity to adopt them or take them to school and all of that.
Okay, so Makoko is basically was our flagship. So the idea and the plans have always been to replicate what we've done in Makoko in other communities.
Okay.
And Makoko is not the only community we are presently in.
Oh, okay.
So also in Takwa Bay, we have children that are beneficiaries and we're sponsoring to school.
You guys have to take the boat to Takwa Bay.
Yes, we do. And so everybody knows Takwa Bay as the beach or party hangout. But behind that beach is a massive slum community. Wow. So we have beneficiaries there. And also in Abuja, in Port Harcourt, and also in, IDP camps, we've done programs there. But also, like, this last Saturday, we've had community days. So we identified children that were enrolling in school this session in Abuja and in Port Harcourt.
They were from the slum or just? Yeah,
from slum. So basically, we look for, just like our name says, slum to school. So out of school children in slums, enroll them in school. Okay,
how has the government been able to help with this? Because do you know, I don't know why there's this Ojota school that's coming to my head. Yeah, and they have like some numbers of around, even around the school, they have kids that are still in the slum, and I'm wondering like there's still like the school is around them, but how come they don't get or have the opportunity? You see kids that hawk even while school is on.
Yeah, but you know that when you see children out of school, there are a lot of factors and there are a lot of things that may be part of it. So it's not necessary. Yeah, so I know government has a part to play, and government will continue to have to play their part and step up. But the thing about it is that they're also parents, they're caregivers, and if the parent doesn't want their child to be in school, there's as much as you can do. Okay. Except advocacy and keep on educating them and telling them, not just for the, like I was saying earlier on about how most of these children actually might also be sources of family income. So, and educating that, forget about the current gain or how much this child is bringing every day, and think of the big picture of what this child stands to bring if the child is exposed properly. And so, yeah, that's the whole idea, is to make sure that, let's do our part in this. Like, let's get children to go to school. Let's sponsor. If I have the time, let me physically volunteer. Let me mentor. Every child I see, every child I come across, let me inspire them and give them a reason to think more, like to think beyond the box, like not to be limited by their present situation and circumstances.
Yeah, beautiful. Now, should I say last but not the least? Now, let's do this outside slum to school. Okay. Now, for us, like individual who has not probably come across slum to school, what would you say is their role to also help, to educate people, to give them education or help with the education?
Okay, so outside slum school. But I think the same things I said apply even outside slum to school. So basically, even in my family, so if I have younger nieces and nephews, they're talking about children that are out of school. Yeah. Okay, so generally. So even my family, mentoring. And what does mentoring necessarily mean? It's not as if I have to, there's a structure or he has to be very, it's about sharing my own life stories, my own experiences. That child doesn't need to make the same mistakes I made. So maybe if I had a hard time in calculus or I had a hard time doing further maths or something.
What would be your advice, please? Let me hear it.
I'm just saying that. No, I'm just saying that.
My advice is don't do calculus, please. So just stay away from it.
Well, like just sharing your life experiences, even like it goes beyond anything. So first, mentor, share, encourage, inspire, tell the child, you can believe in the child, and support. Let the child dream big. Don't be limited to the four walls of where you are right now. And then even also sponsorship. So even the child, you say child, and you have the means. And because the truth about it, sometimes if you hear the amounts that school fees is, it might be chicken change, right? What you're using to go and eat in TFC or something that you would have, maybe not one day, maybe maybe your TFC bill for the whole week.
For a whole week or a whole
something.
Month, right?
Yeah, and it makes a difference in someone else's life. Okay. So yeah, so
now, I think school uniform is also a good thing. Books, that really goes along. Even if you can't pay the school fees, at least try and make sure that you can even provide like books. Buy is it 50 leaves or 20 leaves? Yeah, just buy like the whole pack. I know it comes in a pack, right? And that's something.
Then if you're an organization and you have even if you're in a school and then like a school owner, you can also provide for that. All government schools provide learning programs or for instance, if I have children that are much older, my children have finished using books, I can donate those books to less privileged children. Those materials that they're no longer using. If I own a school, I can also, and my school trains teachers, I can also provide avenues for teachers in government schools. Just like as any way we can, let's open our minds and think of ways we can support and make our community
on the government, because we keep saying, oh, the government this, the government. So this is our own little way, I feel.
Yeah.
We can also help and support. We shouldn't just all rest our backs and say, let the government give us quality education. Let's try as much as possible to support.
Yes, and I'm challenging you to support the 1,000 dreams.
Sure. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the 1,000 dreams, because you were saying a lot about that. So let's talk about 1,000 dreams.
Yeah, so you can a lot of information on our website, but basically it's all about everybody either donating to support a child to school for this school year, 50,000.
Okay.
Or any amount. So if you can afford a full child is 50K. But if you can't do 50K, any amount you can will go a long way.
Can I ask like a breakdown? What does 50K do for the child, so we have an idea of what we're paying for?
Okay, so generally, so it's we have those fees. For the tuition fees.
Okay.
Or no, say tuition is free, but you have uniform, books. Then you have all these programs, excursions. Feeding, all the other things that the child
there's even fun stuff. That's nice, like excursions.
Yes, we have creative learning programs, drama, dance, because government schools don't necessarily have all the fun things that a private school child has.
Sure.
So all the games, challenges, and all the things, taking them to sightseeing, just open their minds.
Nice. And I'm sure they never regret that.
Yeah.
All right, so guys, it's been awesome. Can you get your website again?
www.slumtoschool.org.
Slumtoschool.org. www.slumtoschool.org. So guys, go support. And
then follow on social media.
Yeah, on social media.
Slum to School. Number 2.
Yeah, true.
Slum to School.
Yeah, slum, then number 2, then school. Now, I want to quickly say this. Even if you cannot reach out to Slum to School, I think the positive thing we're trying to preach here is reach out to a child who is not going to school, who is in a slum, who doesn't have the opportunity. Even if you cannot even provide the school fees or tuition, books, uniform, it will go a long way, very, very long way.
And inspire.
Yeah, good. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. It's been our views on Sceneone. Thank you, Chiso. High five.
Nice,
good. Thank you so much for coming through, guys. We love you so much. I remain World Pipe Happy. It's been an awesome show with you guys. We'll see you guys on Thursday, one-on-one. Guess who's going to be on one-on-one? Should you guys guess? No, I'm not up for giving stuff today, so just guess who our guest is going to be. Then till Thursday, I love you guys, and go check out all our exciting stuff on our page on YouTube. Trust me, they are great content. We've been, excuse me, we've been pulling out stuff, new stuff, and I'm excited about it. So guys, thank you so much. I love you guys. See you guys on Thursday. Adios. Hallelujah. Udabo. I should stop saying holla back when I say hallelujah. Bye guys.
Like it goes slow. Everybody waiting while you go low. Catching all your actions like a GoPro. The way you back it